Hey, Bob.
Hey, Dad. I'm glad you're home.
Hey, little man, how was your day? I see you got your thinking cap on.
Yeah. I finished the script I've been working on.
Really? I've been waiting for you to share it with me. Can I read it now?
Sure. It's the final draft. I've worked out all the kinks. It's completely ready for the big screen. Well, we might want to, film it and then edit it and the rest of that good stuff. But the script is about a man named Sam P. Jones. It's really funny, and I got most all of it from the public records. I mean, you wouldn't believe some of the things this guy did. Like one time, he told this man...
Wait a minute. I want to read it for myself, so can we go over here and sit down?
Oh, sure.
All right. Let's see what you have here. Boo. Do something. Screenplay by My Little Man. Interior church number 2. Bell is heard ringing as the shot slowly fades to an interior of a church.
Wait. The year is 1906, so everybody would need big hats and even bigger mustaches.
Okay. Bell is heard ringing as the shot slowly fades to an interior of a church. As Reuben R. Arnold is finishing up speaking at Sam P. Jones's memorial service. Reuben. In conclusion, let us hope that long may the memory of this wonderful man live in our country, and I am thankful for the privilege of being able to say a word in praise of his virtues. Reuben walks off to shake hands with Lynn as he heads up to the platform. Camera focuses on Lynn as he begins to speak. Lynn. Perhaps there is no man in Atlanta today
the same kind of sorrow that I do. I do not know why Sam must have consented to be such a close, personal friend to me, but he nevertheless was one of the best friends I ever had. 2 years ago, he stood on this very platform on the occasion of a welcoming service held by my people from 2 months' preaching engagements in London. Those of us who were present at that time will never forget his humorous, yet beautiful words welcoming me back to my church. It seems a bit strange that today, being my first service after returning from another preaching engagement in London, that I should be standing here speaking at his memorial service. It is one of the hardest tasks that I've ever had to perform. I first heard of his death as our ship cast anchor off Sandy Hook and the pilot came aboard bringing the mail. I shall never forget the feeling in my heart as I read those sad words. Sam Jones is dead. He died near Little Rock, Arkansas on the train. Sad, sad, sad. I went immediately to my cabin, shut the door behind me, and began to cry like a child. As I came along down through the states, I got the Atlanta papers, which told me of his memorial service, which was to be held this afternoon, and that I was to be one of the speakers. In speaking of Sam Jones, men of Georgia, listen to me. Sam Jones, as I first knew him, was a curiosity. I came in touch with him just after I entered the ministry. I was attending a convention in Goldsboro, North Carolina, where he lectured at the Opera House. To say I was impressed does not express it. To me, as I now remember him, he was the funniest man I ever saw, and at the same time, he was the most pathetic man I ever saw. He made me laugh and he made me cry, but one thing I shall never forget, and that was the story he told me. He said when he was a circuit rider in the mountains of Georgia, an old preacher came to him one day.
Did y'all get an apple?
I got an apple.
I believe you did.
Good job, Mr. Dunker, sir. Hi, Daddy.
Very well, thank you.
You're fine, sir.
Good day to you, ladies. Good sermon. I bet your parents will be proud.
Thank you.
That was such a good sermon, Brother Sam. I just love that quote you said about preachers. Oh, what was it again?
Oh, could you mean that the difference between Christ and the modern day preacher is that Christ said, "Follow me," but the pastor says, "Get down there at the altar and agonize"?
Yes, that was it. Such a lovely quote, Brother Sam.
Keep preaching it, Brother Sam. I'm doing the best I can.
On your mark. Get set. Go! Come on, babe! Come on, babe! Whoa, get off! Get off! Go! Take it all at the bottom. Take it to the bottom, babe, and bite on it. Oh. Now you have to push it to the bottom and get it. Get in there, go! Caston, try it. Get your head in there. Get your head down in there, Caston. Get it. Get it. There you go. There you go.
I gave my life for thee, my precious blood I shed, that thou might ransom be and raised up from the dead. I I gave my life for thee. What hast thou given for me? I gave my life for thee. What hast thou given for me? My Father's house of light, my glory circle throne.
Hey, you two. Quit your meaning.
I live for earthly night, for one
Where's the one you call Brother Sam? Sam, I have a question for you.
Excuse me. Hi.
Hi. As I was saying...
No, I'm Sam.
Oh, well, Sam. Sam, I must admit I'm impressed at how unimpressive you look. Sam, I have a question for you. We both know that I can outpreach you any day of the week, month, or year. So then why is it that the people of my circuit leave me on Sunday morning to come hear you? I want you to tell me why that is, and if you can, what I can do to prevent it. For it has come to pass that I never have more than a baker's dozen to hear me.
Tell you what, brother. If you do what I tell you, you'll have no trouble keeping the crowd.
Well, I'll try.
No, you have to do exactly what I say.
All right, anything to get a crowd.
Great. Now, come on.
So, how do I fix this?
Well, brother, next Sunday, you're going to get to your church, and you're going to start promptly at 11. Exactly at 11 o'clock. Not 10:59 or 11:01. 11. 11. Or 11:15. It doesn't really matter. Whenever you do start, you're going to get up, announce your hymn, and read off your text. Then you're going to pause for dramatic effect. After this, double up your fist, slap the palm of your hand, and yell, "Boom!" just as loud as you can.
Is that it?
No. It gets much better. Next, you're going to look around, and you'll probably see some of the old bench warmers half asleep in the pew. Again, double up your fist and slap the palm of your hand and yell, "Boom!" just as loud as you can. And if no one moves, do it again and again. Still, if no one moves, hop off the platform, grab the first one you come to, and run him down the aisles by the back of his neck. Pitch him head over heels out the door. Now, when you've done that, you're going to walk back to the platform, and you should get there just in time to see the last man doing what the last man always does.
What's that?
Looks back to see what's taking place. Now, when he does that, you're going to go,
The preacher's gone mad! The preacher's gone mad!
and then you're going to make for your old gray mare, or brown in your case. And then, as you make your way across the courtyard, you're going to say, "Brethren, I'll preach again next Sunday, promptly at 11 o'clock, or somewhere around that time." And then, as you ride across the yard, if anybody starts towards you, you're going to leap out at them and go, "Boom!" That'll scare them good. Can't you just picture it? Dozens of men scared clean out of their wits. Just be great. So, then you're going to ride. Ride. Straight back home. And then, you're going to shut yourself in your house.
Brother Sam.
Finally, the reporters from Atlanta are going to come. Now, they've never heard of you before, but they want to know just what it is that's come over you to make you act so peculiar. Now, Do you let them in?
Yes. What better way?
No! Whatever you do, don't let them in.
Brother Sam, please let me in.
Finally, they're going to start to beg.
Brother Sam, please let me in.
Now, what you do is you're going to crack the door and lean forward and whisper.
Ah!
Anyways, tell them all you have to say is that you'll be preaching again next Sunday, promptly at 11 o'clock, at the same old stand. You know, you may just need to get a new stand. That could be part of your problem. You need to spice things up every now and then, you know? Anyways, those reporters will go scurrying back to their offices. And next morning, there'll be columns about you in all the papers across Atlanta, with headlines such as, "Boo! Boo! Boo!" Just think about it. 2 whole columns written about you. Why? There'll be people coming from all over the area to your church. I wouldn't be surprised if you found 5,000 people in your congregation next Sunday. Not to mention a handful of reporters.
Oh, Brother Jones, hush your foolishness. What on earth would they be there for?
You see, that's exactly what I expected you to ask. That's exactly what I wanted you to ask. Those people are going to be there to see and to hear a man who's done something. The trouble with you, my friend, is you've said plenty, but you haven't done anything. That's what this world wants. Men who do things.
I shall never forget that story, and I'm sure that anyone who heard it would never forget it. It has made a great impression on my life, especially coming as it did when I first entered the ministry. For from that day until this, I have tried to do something. I have failed in many respects, indeed in most of them, but it has not been because my intentions have not been good. I thank God for that story and the blessing that it put into my life. This is Sam Jones as I first knew him, and how I hope to always remember him.
Will you please stand, turn to number 352, and let's sing Saved by Grace.
Someday the silver cord will break, and I no more as now shall see, but oh the joy when I shall wake within the palace of the King, and I shall see him face to face and tell the story saved by grace, and I shall see him face to face and tell the story saved by grace.
So, what'd you think? It was a pretty funny story, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a funny story. But son, I have a question for you.
What?
What does it take to get to heaven? I mean, if we're all sinners, imperfect, why would we be allowed in the Lord's perfect presence?
Because Jesus took our place and paid the price for our sins.
That's right. But that's not indicated very well in your script. Your script seems to indicate that to get there, all you need is to do something. Look at the last thing you have Sam saying. That is just exactly what I expected you to ask. That is just what
Those people
I
are going to
wanted.
be there to see and to hear a man who's done something. The trouble with you, my friend, is you've said plenty, but you haven't done anything.
That's what this world
wants.
Men who do things. The problem is, as humans, we have a tendency to want to please the world instead of seeking to please the Lord. Do you see?
Yeah, I guess I hadn't noticed that before.
That kind of proves the point.
What?
You didn't even notice the own flaw in your script.
Well, I had worked so hard on it, it just seemed flawless.
I know. I've been there and I've done that a lot myself. But there's the message that your audience needs to hear. The message we all need to hear.
What's that?
Let me explain it to you this way. When I came in and I said, "How was your day?" What did you say?
I said I had finished the script I had been working on. Then you asked if you could read it, and I gave it to you.
Yes, but you also said that it was the final draft, and you'd worked out all the kinks. That's the way we are with the Lord. You had a partially correct script, but you hadn't asked me, your Father, what I thought of it yet. We do a lot of good things, but we never stop to ask our Heavenly Father if it's what He wants us to do. And you don't want to give your audience just a partially correct message. You want to give them the whole message. And I think that's what Sam P. Jones would have wanted as well. Because look back here in your own script. Let's see. Here it is. Brother Sam.
That was such a good sermon,
really
Brother
liked
Sam.
what
I
you
just
said
love
about
that quote you
preachers.
said about preachers.
What was it again?
What was it again?
Sam.
Oh, could you mean that the difference between Christ and the modern day preacher is that Christ said, "Follow me," but the pastor says, "Get down there at the altar."
Get down there at the altar and agonize. I think what Brother Sam was trying to say is, a lot of times we just want to do things, or we just want people to do things, but we never stop to seek the Lord and find out what He wants us to do so that we can follow Him. Let me read you something out of my Bible here. It's found in the book of James, the first chapter, beginning in verse 22. But prove yourselves doers of the word and not merely hearers who delude themselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who looks at his natural face in a mirror. For once he has looked at himself and gone away, he has immediately forgotten what kind of a person he was. But one who looks intently at the perfect law, the law of liberty, and abides by it, not having become a forgetful hearer, but an effectual doer, this man will be blessed in what he does. You want to be sure you give your audience the full message. The best thing, the most important thing that we can do is exactly what the Lord wants us to do. Son, you have to stop and ask God, what is it you want me to do? Here's the question. What are you going to do?